Trump's violation of Espionage Act, and 7 urgent changes we need to make. This is Joanne Tan. Espionage Act violation. I could hardly pick up my jaw from the floor yesterday. I anticipate all other potential charges thanks to my law degree, such as conspiracy to overturn the 2020 presidential election, interference with congressional procedures, witness tampering, obstruction of justice, attempted use of fake slates of electors, attempted coup, illegally possession of classified documents, plus the state of New York's pending suit on tax fraud, and Georgia's legal action for his attempted falsification of state election results. But neither my logic reasoning nor my imagination could or would anticipate Espionage Act violation, even after Trump took the fifth 440 times last week in New York State's state court. Is treason next? Given his prior association with shady foreign money throughout his business dealings long before 2016, why is it surprising? Our legal system will sort everything out, slowly but surely. I will leave it at that. My question for you, all our fellow Americans, is this. What weaknesses in our existing system have allowed all these nightmares to happen? How can we improve our system? There are 2 wake-up calls to all Americans. I'm speaking as an American who loves our democracy, not as a partisan voter. It doesn't matter anymore whether the team you identify with is Republican or Democrat. Like in a football game, whether you root for 49ers or Green Bay is pointless when the rule of the game is going to be disregarded, destroyed, overturned. There are no winners or losers. We all lose when elections are no longer fair and honest. So the first wake-up call, our election system needs some extremely urgent changes, 7 of them. First, certification of state election results by partisan secretaries of states. This is a political ticking time bomb, a tinderbox. Solution? New federal laws must be passed ASAP to mandate all 50 states' certification process to be checked and balanced by each state's representatives from all political parties, to be live streamed, completely transparent, devoid of any partisanship. 2. Gerrymandering. Both Democrats and Republicans have committed this dishonest and corrupt gerrymandering, which is a cancer on election integrity. Solution. New federal laws must be passed ASAP to completely ban gerrymandering. 3. Ranked choice voting. Oh my God, this is so important to truly represent the underrepresented majority in the middle, whose voice is getting drowned by extremes on both the far right and the far left. I previously simplified and explained about ranked choice voting in this blog, video, and podcast. It's part 2 of my quote-unquote 7-headed snakes behind the insurrection. For details, please read this book, The Politics Industry: How Political Innovation Can Break Partisan Gridlock and Save Our Democracy, written by Harvard Business School strategy expert Michael Porter, and with a unique business perspective by Catherine Gell, founder of Institute for Political Innovation. 4. Get rid of the Electoral College. It's not that hard to hold a national referendum. The vast majority of Americans across party lines want to get rid of it. Once the Electoral College is gone, we don't need the number 1 mentioned above, since there is no need for the states to certify the election with checks and balances. 5. Remove the presidential pardon power. It conflicts with the principle of no one is above the law, thus unconstitutional. 6. The presidential power is not like that of an imperial king. We must impose checks and balances to limit in various aspects. 7. Term limit for Supreme Court justices. 18 years, and more, as listed by Stanford professor Larry Diamond's call to action list in his book, quote, Ill Winds, Saving Democracy from Russian Rage, Chinese Ambition, and American Complacency. I'm appealing to you solely out of care for the future of our country. You and me and everyone must do something now. Please email your U.S. Congress representatives and U.S. senators ASAP, and feel free to forward this to anyone you know or cut and paste any part of this to spread the words. The second wake-up call. What weaknesses in our system have allowed a con man, a pathological liar, a narcissist psychopath to go this far? Personally, I'm surprised by the consistent denial, even attack from the Republican leaders on the Hill and from Trump supporters to defend this Trump black hole. What makes them spellbound by this dangerous cult leader? What makes Trump's circle enable him, support him, aid and abet him, sell their souls to the devil, and some of them are still perpetrating his outrageous lies? I feel like watching Shakespeare every day, except that not even Shakespeare's dramas have such shocking levels of evil, ignorance, power thirst, and power worshipping, and moral weakness, unfolding daily by different individuals in the past 7 nerve-wracking years since 2015. All personal values, characters, principles, or lack thereof are revealed in this saga. My hat off to Liz Cheney, Cassidy Hutchinson, Rusty Bowers, and many individuals who have upheld truth at great personal sacrifices to stand up to the ill winds. I love America, which is constituted upon individual rights. Now, her future is in the hands of each and every individual like you and me to uphold the rule of law, the backbone of our democracy. The weight of justice is closing in on Trump day by day, but only if ordinary people like you and me force our representatives on the Hill to make the above 7 systemic changes and to hold Trump accountable. Heaven's vengeance is slow but sure. The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice, said Martin Luther King Jr. Wake up, America. I'm appealing to you solely out of care for the future of our country. You and me and everyone must do something now. Please email your U.S. Congress representatives and U.S. senators as soon as possible, and feel free to forward this to anyone you know, or cut and paste any part of this article for your convenience. Thank you.